And let me tell you, it is like 90 some degrees out right now. This garage is hot and muggy. Um, I'm probably going to close it so it's not as noisy, and then the lighting will be a little bit better. But anyways, I'm going to be painting a glitter bombed crankbait. Let me get it out for you guys. All right, let's turn the rotisserie off. All right, so there it is right there. You can see the glitter. We're going to do this in an olive color. So let's start painting. Okay, so I'm going to be using these iridescent paints that I got from Amazon. And there's a Dragon Flash. So we're going to use Dragon Flash. And then maybe we'll do this brown flash. I'm going to try to make this kind of subdued colors a little bit. Cobalt green flash. Hey, Mars. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe orange, who knows. Definitely this yellow flash. These are going to be the paints that we're using. And it's going to be going pretty light. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. How about you? So this is what we're going to be painting. Let me get these eye sockets a little bit better. That's good to hear. I'm glad you're doing well. All right, so I got the eye sockets all drilled out. Let's keep going. So the very first color that I'm going to use is going to be this yellow flash. It's a pretty thick paint, so it requires a lot of thinning, but it goes on really nice and has this really nice iridescent finish to it. If it gets noisy, sorry, I've got the garage open and I need ventilation. It's hot. A little bit too much. Okay, so we're going to thin this out and put this on. Go ahead, Monica, report it. And be sure to look up and make sure that I violated the terms. Kalia said hi. Hi, Kalia. Hi, Dusty. All right, here we go. I have no idea what I did. I'm just on here just having fun. I don't care what they said. Let them report me. I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, I know what I did. I know what I did. I was being cool. Too cool for you. That's that. Got to got to ban a guy for being cool, right? Dusty, hey man, my day's going quite well. Oh shoot, we forgot to tape it. Darn it. Let's tape it. How could I forget to do that? Ah, that's awesome. Too cool. Too cool. Got him. That's great. All right. Let's get this taped up. Forgot to tape the diving lift. I don't want to get paint on it. Better report you to YouTube. Oh boy. What are you reporting me to YouTube for? Report me, baby. Report me. Report me to YouTube. Because that just means I'm there. All right, we got it all taped. So let's start painting. Okay, here we go. Can you guys see that? You really can't. It's kind of there. I think this will work. I think that. Oh, that's a lot better. Okay, cool. Still kind of thick. Yes. No, there it goes. It's spraying. I think you guys can see the yellow. Thanks a lot, Mars. But I'm not too worried. Let them. Hey, Drew. Where am I from? I'm from Ohio. Oh, that looks pretty cool right there. That is pretty cool. That yellow. That's pretty neat. I like that. This is going to look really good in the water. Well, no need to tell you, Monica. You're the one who wants to report me, so. Oh, that's a good one, Mars. Nairobi, Kenya. Yes. And I wish I had a moderator because then I would ban you, Monica, for trolling. It's too bad because this lure is going to be used for trolling too. But trying to catch fish, not people. There, I think I got the yellow. I think that looks pretty good. What do you guys think? The yellow. I got a little bit more in the cup to use. Okay. And you can still see the glitter through the paint, which is what I like. Just like that. All right, time to use another color. Next color I'm going to use is going to be this green, this cobalt green flash. Again, you can get this from Amazon. Time to clean the airbrush. I don't usually I have you guys telling me what colors I should paint, but kind of want to get through this and You know, honestly, I really don't understand people. I don't understand um, why they have to be such, how can I say this without violating YouTube? Um, let's see here. I would say arses, ace in the holes. I don't know why people have to do that, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm just gonna just say that I'm too cool for that person, and they're jealous, and that is what it is. And I got a really cool group of people that follow me on here. And honestly, can't get any better than that, having cool people watch you and follow you. And that's what I have. I got really cool people. I've got cool people that subscribe. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, shoot, sorry. Can't really see the green too much. Yeah, you can. You can see a hint of it. It's there. Yeah, I can see that green. Well, to be honest, we can't let people like that spread misery. All right, so I've got the glitter still showing. Now we're going to do the dragon. It's kind of like an olive. The dragon flash. That's the next color. Oh, good thing she's not seeing me do this, Mars. All right. Okay, so we got the airbrush all cleaned out, and now it's time for the next color. And then we're going to do some scales, and I got to decide how I'm going to do the scales. Or do I just want to take, just make yellow dots, and then black in the yellow, and make like a frog pattern. We could do that. What do you think about that? I get some yellow, I put yellow dots, then black inside the yellow, and then we make like a frog pattern. Because then it can be used on St. Clair as well. All right, well, Mars knows how I roll here, and he says that sounds cool. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. All right. Ooh, wow, how much of this did I use? None. Okay. All right, let's thin this out. With this paint, you really have to thin it. You really, really have to thin it if you want it to go through the airbrush. All right, so some of you guys are just joining in. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm painting a lure. That's going to be used when I go up north. And then it'll be used when I'm on St. Clair this year. All right, here we go. Dragon Flash. There we go. We're keeping it nice and thin because I still want that glitter to show through like it's doing right now. So let's get this dried off. Now we're drying it. Okay. Fuck. All right. So there it is right there. I'm going to put some yellow spots on there, and then we'll put some black inside the yellow. And then do our gill work. Actually, I paint the lure with epoxy, and then I just dump a bunch of glitter on it, and then I sit it on a rotisserie for it to level out. Sometimes, depending upon what glitter you use, sometimes I'll go through and sand over it. Put another coat of epoxy over that, and then sand it. Well, after the epoxy, the first set of epoxy and glitter is dry, I will sometimes take another coat of epoxy over that, get that all sanded nice and smooth, and then I'll paint it. Because once you put the epoxy back over that, it just pops. So now it's time to paint some yellow spots, and then black. And it's all going to be freehand. So hopefully we don't mess this up. I seem to have run out of black. That kind of sucks. I'm looking for black right now. No, that's empty. Shoot. Oh, we have some. Cool. All right, awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to randomly put. Let's use this up. We have some left, so let's use it. There we go. I think it looks pretty cool. We're going to be doing them with the airbrush. Like Baker Mayfield once said, I'm feeling kind of dangerous right now. So we're going to do this freehand with the airbrush using yellow. Okay, let's clean the cup out. And are you guys ready to see me screw this up? I don't know how many dots I'm going to do, but they're going to be just random dots. All right, let's see. Okay, got it. All right, here we go. Hopefully I don't mess this up too bad. Okay, let's go a bit more. There. There. Let's put one more down here. It's going to get covered up by the gills, but I don't really care. I want to hopefully some of it shows. Then we'll put one down here. There we go. Let's go across the top. Across the top. Let's put one over here. Okay, so there we go. Freehand. Now the challenge is doing the black. So, let's put one more over here. There. Okay. So while that's drying, I'm gonna turn the air compressor down a little bit, because I really don't want to use a lot of air because I'm gonna thin this out, and this is the part that could possibly get screwed up. So we'll see what happens. I'm kind of banking on it getting screwed up. All right, grab a drink. Okay, black. Here we go. We'll do some transparent black. So now what I want to do is I want to turn the air compressor air down a little bit. Okay. All right. So here we go. Hopefully it doesn't start spitting at me. So this is the hard part. Ah, look at that. Two. Three. Four. Five. There's six. There we go. Okay. I'm surprised I'm getting this on the first try, Mars. There we go. Pretty neat, interesting frog pattern, just randomly placed dots. Okay, we did it without screwing it up. There we go. That was all freehand with the airbrush, no stencils or anything. All right, now it's time to do some stencil work with some gills. So paints that I'm going to use are white. It's going to be a wicked opaque white, the transparent black, and then I sometimes like to use the same colors in the head that I use in the body. And then obviously I'm going to do some stencil work and some detail stuff. I probably won't put fins in it, but we'll see. All right, just cleaning out the airbrush. I was pretty impressed with all that too. Okay. All right, so wicked opaque white. And this is going to be the color. Oh, I got to get the stencils too. Let's get the stencils. Forgot about that. All right, we're going to use this stencil today. Actually, you know what? We're not going to use this one. We'll use it for the fins. I've been using this one. I kind of like it. Oh, what am I using? This wicked opaque. Nope, this is pearl. I want opaque white. I don't want pearl. Maybe we'll do pearl later. There we go. All right, just a little bit. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take this out of the holder. And it is time to paint some gills. Okay, so I'm going to use this reference here. Just like that. And we're just going to spray so I have a line. All right, can you guys see that? All right, hopefully you can. There we go. Bam. Gill. I think we'll do, what color should I do for the belly? I didn't even realize I need to paint the belly. What color should I do? I have fluorescent orange or just regular yellow or something like that. Here we go. All right. Okay, so there we go. There's the gills. And then what I also like is when we do that, if you can see that there, that will add a lot of depth to the lure with that gill the way it is going over the spot. That should add some depth. Yellow, yeah, let's do yellow. Why not? But let's get this part finished up and then we'll do the belly. I know sometimes I usually do the belly first, but this time we're changing things up. Because I also got to get this done. Lonesome Fisherman is back. Awesome. How's it going, man? Got the crew back. This is awesome. All right, let's just clean this airbrush out and we'll get some black and we'll do the black. And then, I can stand that All right, the transparent black. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so now it's time to do the black. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see that. There we go. I think that looks pretty cool. Oh man, don't let this take up your nap. Because there's going to be more live streams coming. Don't worry. I got a week's worth of vacation. Live streams, shorts, everything. There we go. All right, now, okay, now I think I'm probably going to go with some gold in here, and then we'll start adding the body colors to the head. Well, yeah, it's more fun. So, Mars was talking about wanting to do yellow for the belly, which is probably what I'm going to do. Now I got to find some. I was going to use pearl white. Yeah, we can do pearl white or gold or something like that. All right. Okay. I mean, this is almost like watching paint dry, isn't it? Literally. All right, let's get some gold on this. Let's get some gold. Let's see if I still have some left. I don't think I'm going to have gold. I don't think so. What the heck? No gold. All right. Is there bronze or anything? There isn't. All right. You know what? The heck with it. We'll do some details in here. We'll do some details. What colors should I use? I don't have my gold. I don't have my bronze. Oh man. This makes it really tough. This makes it really, really tough. Well, I have silver. Now that's aluminum. What if I used Wicked Pearl Lime Green? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we got it. Now I just gotta get another. Oh, there it is. All right, this will be some of our detail work here. That in black. Oh, brown, 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 brown. I have it. Good. Sepia. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. We are. Okay. So we are going to do. It's about 95 here. So, Wicked Pearl Lime Green. But we're going to thin it out. There we go. Let's get that thinned. It is oppressively hot. We are oppressively hot. And 32 is pretty hot too. Okay, so all right, here we go. Let's use this and let's get this painted. Let's do this head. I don't really care if the glitter shows through on the head. It doesn't really matter to me. So this is going to be Wicked Pearl Lime Green. There we go. I think that works. Let's do this again. So how was your musky opener, Lonesome Fisherman? How was your opener? There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to do some detail work. I'm going to find one of my stencils. And I think first I'm going to go over with gold, and then we'll do black. So let me find one of my stencils. I think I'll use this one today. Okay. So we're going to do some gold. And it just fell on me, darn it. I'm sorry, this is pearl copper. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. So I've got the stencil here. And we're just going to go right here, right along the eye. Okay. There. Yeah, you really can't see it. It kind of sucks. Really can't see it. Yeah, I got a small one yesterday, casting a spinnerbait, which I was fishing for musky. It was a musky spinnerbait. Lost it though. Made like 3 jumps and threw the hook, unfortunately. But you know how that goes. Here we go. Oh, now I can see it. Still looks like, you know what. All right. Okay, now we're going to do some sepia. I'm going to use a different stencil, I think, over with the sepia. My old stencils that I like, the old reliables. Because they're easier to hold when you're trying to stand and do stuff. Yeah, Amazon. Yep, that's right at it. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be painting any eyes. Yeah, you know what? If you can, I've pinned them before with them. I don't think there's much of a whatchamacallit between a treble and a single. The single is easier to get the hook out, which I'm surprised we don't use more single hooks if we're concentrating on catch and release. Double 10 black on black. So black is, yeah, okay, so black's probably one of the hotter colors. I should start making some of these black. All right. Okay, so I'm going to use this stencil, just like that, and then we'll go over the, here we go. So you guys can see that there. Why does this always get screwed up? Jeez. Oh boy, oh boy. Just pat it down. Okay. These are just happy little mistakes, as Bob Ross says. As Bob Ross says, just happy little mistakes. All right. Let's try this again. All right. There, that's a little better. That's what I'm talking about. Do the same thing in here. There. Okay, I like that. That is a lot better. That really brings out the gills. I think I might be getting there. I used to watch Bob Ross every single day, or when I was a kid. Whenever it was on, I would watch it. And then he has his own channel, so I would watch it then too. Sorry, I'm just looking for something else here. There it is. All right, time to do some gills. Actually, we're going to do the yellow first. Let's do the yellow. That's a good one. That is a good one. I like that. I really do. All right. Only 2 likes this time. Okay, we got that all cleaned out. Okay, now, the $1 billion question is, do I use yellow flash, or do I use wicked golden yellow? Now, this one is iridescent. The other one is not. And I am going for this one. We're going to throw a little bit, I'm going to throw a little bit of orange in there too. Just a little bit, not a lot. Just mixing, just thinning the color out. Okay, here we go. All right. Now, underbelly is that iridescent yellow. Okay, I'm going to dry that off. You can see a hint of yellow on there. All right, let's go dry that off so we can put our next coat on. Maybe it's too thin today. All right, here we go. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's kind of blending in. I think it's looking pretty good actually. And you can still see a hint. You can still see the glitter through there, which is what I'm going for. There. That's done. Underbelly is finished. It's completed. All right, so now it is time to do the red. Yeah, sort of. Sort of. I think it'll get bit. I think this one will get bit. Because I don't have anything like this in my box. All right, time to do some red. All right, let's get this cleaned off so we can do our red. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. All right, okay, red. All right, transparent red. All right, so when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. We'll do a lure. Well, there's spots on there. I'm just adding my own, the stuff I usually do on them, I guess. Okay. There's some red. Again. Okay. There's some red. Now, red. Red dot. Okay. These sometimes help. Making a holder. Yeah, let's put a little bit of red right here. There, a little bit of red there. Well, thank you. All right, we're going to put some black around the eyes. And then it'll be time to sign it. Throw some eyes on it. What color eyes? Red or yellow? I'm thinking red eyes, or you guys think yellow eyes? let me know. Red or yellow? Red or yellow? I gotta find, there's my super glue. Okay. So since I'm trying to have this resemble somewhat of a frog, I am going to forego putting fins on it. Yellow. I was going to go with yellow. There we go. Okay. Okay, everyone says yellow. Yellow it is. Yellow it is. All right. Let me put a little bit of fluorescent. Let me put a little bit of fluorescent. We'll leave the orange out. So I want it to be somewhat natural. All right. Let's get this airbrush cleaned out. Okay. So I'm going to do my best to do a lot of recording on vacation to hopefully have some content to share with you guys. I may even try to share a live stream with you guys as well. So let's put some yellow eyes on, since that's what the consensus is and what everybody wants. Thank you, Lonesome. I'm hoping this one gets bit down up there. There we go. Put the eye in. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it really does. We did all that unintentionally. Let's get this signed. So, sign the dorsal or sign the back? The belly. Which side do I sign? The dorsal or the belly? Normally I sign the belly. Yeah, let's just do the belly. Thanks, Mars. Let's sign the belly. All right. Man, I got the dropsies today. Okay, here we go. Okay, all signed. Here we go. Let's take the tape off and let's throw some epoxy on this. Put it on the rotisserie and we'll be ready to use it in the morning. So by the time I get up to Wisconsin, it'll be all ready to go. Epoxy will be cured and everything. So let's go mix some epoxy. Okay, so I got the scale. Now it's time to mix the epoxy. And I'm going to use some 30-minute epoxy for this. Let me grab my chip brush. Ooh. Yikes. Got my cup. Chip brushes. One left. Oh no, I got a few left. Let's throw the box out. Okay. I almost did a live stream of making an entire lure, but decided not to. So let's get this, let's pull this up a little bit. Let's bring this back. There we go. And this way you guys can see it. We are going to Saint Germain. Okay, 5.8. And we'll do 5.8. So let's zero it out again, and we'll go to 5.8. Okay, now it's time to stir. Got my handy dandy stirring stick. Now let's stir this. Oh, that's where we're going. Yes, sir. What's funny is a lot of people are very hush-hush about it up there, too. We were at this one campground, and I was asking about musky fishing, and nobody wanted to say anything. Okay, so since this is a lure I'm going to use, I'm just going to put one coat of epoxy on it. Because we're going to be leaving tomorrow. We're going to be leaving soon, so got to get this done. So let's put nice, thick. Now, see what I mean, how that epoxy, how it pops? I hope I just get a fish. Last time I went, we got skunked. We go to Lake Vermilion, I get a walleye the size of a tough shad. My friends fish up here, and they're pulling in 10 fish a day almost. Well, I had to work for one walleye. Saw no muskies that entire, for 3 days of solid, hardcore fishing on Vermilion and nothing. I think the only muskie I hooked on that trip was on Saint Germain, actually. And that was on a sandcat. That was before I started making my own baits. There we go. This is going to be a really nice lure. I'm really happy with it. I am extremely happy with it. I like how it turned out. You know how I mentioned some lures are screw-ups? Yeah, I've got really bad luck. That's what this lure was. So what I did before I did all this on this lure, I took the entire lure apart, all the way down to the bare wood, sanded it, and then glitter bombed it, and here we are now. And now we have a really good lure. Okay. Lure that I'm very happy about. Diving lip could be something to be desired, but it was a screw up, so it is what it is. Okay, let's get this on rotisserie. Let the epoxy level out. Put some heat on it. Sometimes it could be the fish of one cast. Okay. All right. So let's get this down here. There we go. You guys can see that, right? Good. All right. So let's put this on rotisserie. And there we go. We're gonna let this rotate for a couple minutes, and then I'll hit it with some heat. That's pretty badass right there. All right, let's hit it with some heat. We'll let it do another rotation. Now you guys can watch Epoxy dry. All right, let's hit it with some heat. Get all those air bubbles out, clear it up. Okay. All right. Here, let's go do that now. Let's go watch the grass grow. Because I just cut it today. You guys asked. There you go. Watch grass grow. I think I took it literally, didn't I? All right. You guys have enough of watching the grass grow? All right. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I just want to thank everyone for joining me in on this live stream. I had a blast hanging out with you guys as usual. I'll see you guys on the next video, probably the next live stream. It'll be while we're camping. I'm hopefully going to live stream a lot of stuff, hopefully, maybe even on the lake fishing. So I bid you all farewell. We'll see you all next time. And again, thanks for joining in, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'm going to sign off. Oh yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and again, share the videos. All right. You guys have a great day. All right. Thank you again.